Welcome, Rockstars. Thank you for joining me on my channel. I hopefully you're having a good day. It's cold outside and a little snowy, a little wintry right now, but it's stopped right now. Blue skies and it's cleared up a little bit. We got about 6 inches of snow the other night. Anyways, without further ado, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Season 2, Episode 5, Sisterhooves Social. Let's have a watch. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Oh, rarity.
Carrot pancakes I smell. How divine.
Wonder what she's dreaming of.
Aroma, spiced warm apple cider.
Spiced warm apple cider.
And the smell of smoke. Smoke? Smoke?
She has a fire alarm?
Rarity! You ruined the surprise. I was gonna serve you breakfast in bed.
The proverbial breakfast in bread. Bread, breakfast in bed. I can't talk today. Got smoke. Huh?
Wow, good morning, Rarity.
Mother! Mother!
I'll
Parents.
have you know that Sweetie Belle here cooked this yummy-looking breakfast all on her own.
I figured. I didn't know you could burn juice.
I've been giving her lessons.
I'd like to see that burning
She's got
juice.
a beauty mark and fancy cooking by the time we get back from our vacation.
Vacation? Is that this week? As in, starting this very instant this week?
So they have like a Minnesotan accent.
Applesauce.
Nope. Toast. We're gonna
Liquid
have the best
toast?
Christmas two sisters could ever have. I'm gonna go grab my stuff from Dad's
Oh.
bacon.
I wouldn't
So,
touch
now
that
when you
food.
say a week, is that 7 whole days?
And 6 nights. I know. Such a short time to spend with your little sis.
You gonna eat that?
But I've got such a long to-do list. Oh well, I suppose spend
Are you
time
gonna
with
eat
your
it?
sister will just have to be added to the list.
Just a few necessities.
Now, let's get that kitchen all cleaned up.
Cleaned up? But we haven't even eaten yet.
Well now, Sweetie Belle, I appreciate the gesture, but we simply can't eat this breakfast. It's burnt.
It's not that burnt.
Yeah.
Never fear, my dear. I'll get a proper breakfast going.
She can cook?
Can I
Well,
help?
let's see if she can
Oh,
cook.
of course. In one moment, Sweetie Belle. Let me just get things started.
Carrots. Figs.
Rarity! I thought you said I was gonna help.
You are. You can put the garnish on the plates.
You mean this parsley?
The one parsley.
Okay, now easy. It has to be just right. No need to rush.
The
no,
parsley?
that's too slow. Careful! Back up! Looking for perfection here.
Whoa, whoa!
Not bad.
So how did carrots fit into eggs? Maybe they're
Things I must
baked into it.
Can you take the dirty towels to the laundry room?
No problem.
Oh,
Make
she's very
myself
clean.
Useful.
Sweetie Belle!
I told you I'd make myself useful. Surprise!
Emma, you washed my incredibly expensive
Oh.
one-of-a-kind designer crochet wool sweater. Do you know how hard these things are to come by?
What's the big deal?
The big deal is that in the heat of the sun, wool shrinks.
Not that fast though.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, back to work. I must create.
Sorry?
Stay out of trouble, okay?
That wasn't really her fault. It was your
Just
fault.
wanted to do something nice for my sister.
The bird.
I'm so bored. When is Rarity gonna finish
Face
her
scrape.
work?
Stay out of trouble, okay?
I never got in trouble for drawing.
Somehow me thinks this is going to be a problem.
This needs something. Hi, Rarity. I made a special drawing for you.
Oh no! Did you use these gems?
Well, yes, but I know you have more in your workroom.
But these are extremely rare baby blue sapphires. I need them for an outfit for an extremely important client.
Oh, sorry.
Sweetie Belle, what am I going to do with you?
Oh,
Think
we
it's-
can paint together. We can ride bikes, play chess, sing a
Ride
song,
bikes?
catch frogs, pillow fight.
That's not what I meant.
Catch frogs.
Now I have to go and find some more of these gems.
I'll go with you and help.
No! No, thank you.
She just wants to spend time
Help
with you.
by picking up these papers and stacking them neatly. Put the pens and pencils back exactly where you found them. And please find something to do that doesn't create a large mess for me to clean up.
Jeez Louise, can't I do anything right?
Her intentions are good. It's just she was using things that she didn't know were what their status was.
Sweetie Belle!
Surprise!
My inspiration room! What did you do? What did you do?
When I saw the big mess in your room, I thought I'd clean it up for you.
This wasn't a mess. It was organized chaos. I was just about finished planning my new fashion line. You went and you put everything away.
Well.
But every time I make a mess, you get upset.
But this was my mess in my house. And now I have to start from scratch.
But I thought it would make you happy.
Happy. Happy.
Wow.
I just need some time alone.
Now the other things, yeah, but this, she shouldn't have freaked out that bad about that.
How's the sleepover Rarity's going? Why, it's smashing. Huh? I just
Smashing.
wish we could do something special together that didn't include me goofing anything up. Oh, the Sisterhooves social. Applejack and I do it every year. You and Rarity can compete against other sister teams in all these neat events. That sounds like the perfect way for us to hang out. Rarity will think it's an excellent idea.
What a ridiculous idea. A contest at Sweet Apple Acres. It doesn't sound very clean.
So what? Now you're back to hating messes?
Sweetie Belle, watch your tone. I am still your big sister.
Right. And any sister who cares about her sister goes.
Sweetie Belle, honestly, playing silly little games in the dirt is just uncouth, with or without a
Uncouth.
sister.
Well then, maybe I'll try the Sisterhood social without a sister. In fact, I think I'll try the rest of my life without a sister.
Oh, I'm the one who's ruining your life. Really? Have you looked around this place? I'm the one who would be better off with no sister.
Well, it looks like we finally agree on something. Neither of us needs a sister.
Both are very temperamental.
Deal! Goodbye, unsister.
Oh, she mad.
Uncouth? She said the Sisterhood social was uncouth?
Uncouth.
Yeah, uncouth.
Wait, what's uncouth?
It's not just the social. She thinks I'm uncouth.
Honey, Rarity thinks everything's uncouth.
True.
What's uncouth?
It means uncivil, you know, bad-mannered. Exactly.
Just to emphasize
Just
it.
give Rarity some time. She'll come around. Sisters always.
Exactly.
Not sisters like Rarity.
Come on now. Apple Bloom and I got some chores to finish up on. Maybe you can help.
You sure you want me to help? I just mess everything up.
Oh, come on. That's just stinking thinking. What?
Stinking thinking. Ooh, wormy.
Good catch there, Apple Bloom.
This is a chore?
Since we can't sell the bruised apples, we gotta collect them all for the pigs to eat.
It's a lot of work. So we make a game of it. Want to try? Okay. Ow! You're right. It is hard work. That's why we do it together. Weirdy never wants to do chores together.
You got a little something on your.
All that work ruined. Thanks to Sweetie Belle.
Yeah, Shirley, you had no part in
Right,
this.
It's usually a big mess in here. Idea! This is genius! I shall call it Full Spectrum Fashions. If Sweetie Belle hadn't...
Yes,
She
as
still
you're saying.
shouldn't have touched my things without permission.
True.
Apple Bloom, you're up.
You're making grape juice? Rarity would call the fashion police on me if I got grape juice anywhere near her precious outfits. Well, that's silly.
Apple Bloom.
Please, Applejack, she didn't mean... Whoa!
How'd you like them grapes, little whippersnapper?
Oh, to be fair, Applejack doesn't mind getting
Watch for my
dirty.
Fabulous new line. Oh, my favorite sweater. I just can't believe that, Sweetie Belle.
But she lives on a farm.
Oh, Opal, Whoopoo. It's as if Sweetie Belle knew the sweater was perfect for you. And Sweetie Belle should consider herself perfectly lucky that this thoughtless mishap turned out all right.
Apple Bloom.
Got it, sis! Wow, it's as if they're just one pony.
Yeehaw! Way to corral some critters, sis.
You could have just asked.
Rarity never high hooks me.
Perfect. Just one more, and this ensemble is fini. Oh, Sweetie Belle! Where's her silly little arts and crafts project? Oh, Sweetie Belle! My one and only sister! What have I done? All the time I could have spent with you was wasted.
I wish you're looking at the.
complaining and wishing you were gone.
Okay.
Whoa.
Looking at those plants like it was Sweetie Belle.
No, I must get her back. I must. Celestia is my witness. I shall never be sisterless again.
Wow, rarity. Ah, roasted marshmallows. I haven't had one of those in ages.
Sweetie Belle. Oh, I have been galloping all over looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, unsister. What are you doing here? Better be careful. You might get some dust on you.
Oh, Sweetie Belle. I want to apologize. I am not better off without a sister.
I'm not better off without a sister either. Spending the day with Applejack and Apple Bloom made me realize that.
Oh, sweetie. You don't know how happy I am to hear you.
And that's why I'm adopting Applejack as my big sister.
What?
What? A sister is someone who loves and takes care of another sister. Applejack's a real sister.
Ooh.
Hold on,
Awkward.
Sweetie Belle. Don't get ahead of yourself here.
Besides, she's my big sister.
Yeah,
Or maybe she should be your sister, so she could teach you what a good sister's supposed to be.
Oof.
actually,
I don't need lessons on being a good sister. I promise. Listen, I'll show you how to cook my favorite quiche. Or I'll show you the proper way to beautify your mane. Won't that be fun?
You want me to go home with you so we can do what you want to do?
Yeah.
Yes?
Just forget it.
She has to learn a little
We're
bit about
still
this.
sisters, right? Well, that apology went swimmingly. Applejack, why do you have to be so good and make me look so bad?
Oh, Rarity. Once again, you're thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
Being sisters is a give and take. You've been doing a whole lot of taking, but you haven't been doing a whole lot of giving.
But of course I give. I give lessons, reasonable demands.
But you never give in. Being sisters
Interesting way of
is
putting
like
it.
apple pie. You can have amazing apples, and you can have a wonderfully
I
crispy
just realized
crust,
this.
but only together can you have a perfect apple pie.
Again with balance.
All we are is just a pile of mush and some crumbly, dry mess. I know what I need to do. I just
You?
hope it isn't too late.
Well, I guess it's a good thing Rarity isn't here. Do I see uncouth written all over this contest? Look at the size of that pig.
He sure is a cutie.
That's the last word Rarity would use. Oh my, what a repulsive monstrosity. This thing needs a head-to-toe makeover.
It's almost time.
Well, you two have fun. Sure wish I had a sister to run the race with.
Oh.
Huh? You do now.
AB and I figured since we do this every year,
I'd let you borrow my sis so you can give it a try.
sister for a day.
No way! One day.
Just to make sure.
One day. Is this thing on? I don't think this thing is on. Hello? Wait a sec. You have to say so. Confingled modern doohickey. Now's the event y'all been waiting for. The sisters don't get the social hub. Oh, damn it, you know the big race. We have 5 teams this year for the event. So all y'all head on out to the finish line here. The start line. It's what I said. That's us. One day. Good luck. It may
One
be a
day.
sisters win. Oh, your mark. It's it.
Ouch. It'd be kind of tough. Oh, if you have wings. Oop.
You okay, Applejack?
Not bad.
Applejack, help!
It's kind of like American Ninja kind of thing. Whoa. That's Pinkie Pie level eating. Grapes.
You can do it, sister!
Whoa. Very well orchestrated. Oops. Aw. Oop. Close though.
Oh, it's so close! You almost won! Thank you, Applejack. You are amazing. I don't even care that we didn't win. This was so much fun!
Nope.
Huh?
Ah.
Rarity?
She got all dirty
Wait,
and instantly
where's
clean.
How did you get it?
We switched places over at the very first mud hole.
So we did the whole competition together?
That's very impressive.
That we did, little sister. Well,
Without even
except
magic.
the start line.
But you finished together. You mean you were all in on it? Mm-hmm.
She ate the apple pie.
This
Like,
for me?
oh.
I did it for us. You see, we are apple pie. I'll explain later. For now,
huh?
I think we deserve a celebration.
Yeah! Where?
The spa, of course.
Oh, Rarity.
Well, that's her celebration.
No, I'm serious.
Of course you are.
Very well, then. What should we write to the princess?
I'll start. Having a sister is just about the bestest thing in the world, but it sure isn't the easiest.
I agree that being sisters is a wonderful thing, but it takes teamwork. Sometimes it's about compromising.
Ooh. Oh, pie looks good.
Sometimes it's about accepting each other's differences. But mostly, it's about having fun together. Even if it means getting your hooves a little bit dirty.
A lot dirty.
A little bit dirty.
A lot dirty.
A little bit dirty.
A lot.
Hold it! How about a medium amount of dirty, not too little, not too much, just right?
Deal.
Okay, there you go. Whatever that is. Aw. This is an interesting episode. It is a Rarity focused, well, Rarity family focused. First time you actually see her parents with a very interesting Minnesota accent here. From Rarity's ability to be able to run that race, it looks like she probably, I don't think she grew up in a farm, but she didn't grow up as posh and wealthy and fashionable as they make it look. It came out to be. It looks like they kind of fell. I don't know if they fell into money or were able to work themselves up, but it looks like she had a history. Being able to run that race, you couldn't just do that just on sporadically. I mean, not that she had training, but she had to have at least some sort of strength or stamina to be able to do that. So I think she probably grew up with like maybe having to work hard, but then now she's enjoying the kind of like her laurels kind of thing. But not that she's forgotten about it, she just didn't talk about her past. Because I mean, if you look at her family, her dad is with a straw hat, and mom is like overly made up with the big hair. It's like they're well off, but they didn't used to be. So now they're kind of portraying a sense of okay, we're in a better place now, so we'll still remember who we are, but we'll be a little bit more. I mean, the fact that they're able to burn food and all that stuff meant they had to survive on things that weren't elegant and posh and delectable. Is like you ate what you ate kind of thing, but now we can eat more. So it was interesting. Well, poor Sweetie Belle, do what you can to help. Understanding, not to use things that you don't know what the purpose is for, and just kind of, it's a mix between her being young and Rarity not being able to understand how she feels. They didn't really communicate much. And of course, Sweetie Belle doing the whole face into the ground, kind of scooting around. It was kind of that. If that's not meme worthy, I'm surprised more and more people haven't done anything with that. But the overall lesson with this was just having to learn how to learn how to be a family, how to learn how to appreciate each other. And as Applejack actually gave it a good point, like, you know how to give, but you don't know how to give in. I mean, you can give and take, and just having to realize that there's another person involved with other interests and desires and things, and that you can't just expect to say, this is what I like to do, and here you go, you're going to like what I'm doing, and that's that. You can do that, but you can only do that for so long before they're like, no, and they get old enough, and eventually if they get older, they'll start resenting you for like, hey, you know what, I went through all this, now that I'm old enough, I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm sick and tired of having to do what you always want to do. And you can actually lose friendships, relationships, family members for not trying to accept the other person. You don't have to believe in what the other person believes in, but you have to appreciate that they have differences and acknowledge that and just kind of work with them on that. If it's, and just find common ground. obviously Rarity doesn't like to be dirty, but she's willing to bend towards the end to, get a little bit dirty. And, Sweetie Belle wants to get a lot. And Spike said right there, you just find a middle ground and just work with that. And that can work. You just have to figure that out. And I think part of it is Rarity is being so busy with her fashion that she didn't really spend much time. Well, this was not a normal thing. Sweetie Belle isn't always there all the time. So Rarity's always so used to doing what she does that, with her day-to-day business. And we all do that in life. We could be doing everything, we wake up and go to, get something to eat, go to work, have some downtime. But then if you throw in like a family member that suddenly stops over for a week, well, now you got to entertain them, or you got to communicate with them, you got to share with them. And you may not necessarily want to, but there's an obligation there. And family doesn't always commiserate with each other. And there's some family members that don't even spend time with each other at all, which is unfortunate, but understandable in circumstances. Because not everyone in a family is good for you. But in this sense, they seem to be amiable in familial sense, that they're not like completely antagonistic against each other. But they didn't know how to really relate to each other much, and they kind of learned that. Now, Rarity being extreme as she is, and Sweetie Belle actually is very much like her. It's just kind of taking things and like, whoa, okay, and then like, oh, I'm not going to have a sister anymore, blah, blah, blah. So I took having to share a sister with Applejack to understand what things are like. But at the same time, and they were smart enough to realize like, well, you have a sister, you just have to pull that out of her and not just be the fashion designer, but have that bring the family back into the familial relationship. Although it's interesting how the sheep are like, it was saying like all you had to do is just ask, and Applejack just kind of ignore or just close the door, ignore it. I'm starting to wonder if there's a hierarchy with the animals, like different class levels. I don't want to get into that because that's kind of dark, but it's something to notice. And also I just notice one thing with the past 3 episodes. You had Twilight, Rarity, even Fluttershy. Everything has to be so precisely balanced. If they're even off a little bit, they'll go haywire. And I think that's why Twilight and the others are well with each other, because the 6 of them really do balance each other out. But if you knock one of them off, kind of like the episode with Discord, it throws off the balance of everything, and it compounds it to. I mean, now fortunately we're a lot more. I won't say we're a lot more balanced here on Earth, but we've learned to not freak out as much. At least some people have anxiety where just a small little thing could just set them off, and then suddenly their whole world, like a fainting couch thing, where, oh wow, this one little thing. Balance is a real issue, not just with the ponies, but with a lot of people, and we get to see them unravel slowly just from one little thing until friends or situations force them to like realize like, okay, let's look at this and see what the actual problem is, and then they can fix it. Especially with like Twilight with the previous episode, she really went off the deep end on getting unraveled. But Rarity did the same thing here. She had everything the way she precisely had, and all these little things started happening and just caused her to melt down. Anyways, thank you for watching this. It was actually a really good episode about sisterhood, understanding what actually being a family meant. Anyways, thank you again for stopping by. Hopefully you found this interesting, at least entertaining, and watching the show with me, enjoying this, having some laughs, and having a good time. I'll catch you guys later and see you in the next episode.